How do you handle disrespect? It's a common issue we all face, and it can be really upsetting. But what if we could turn to the wisdom of ancient Stoicism to help us navigate these tough moments? Stoicism teaches us how to approach life's challenges with wisdom and grace. In this video, we're going to explore 10 practical Stoic principles that can help us deal with disrespect more effectively. Stick with me till the end, and let's dive in. Stay calm. One of the main teachings of Stoicism is that we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by how we perceive it. As Epictetus said, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This means that disrespect is not inherently harmful, it's our interpretation of it that makes us feel hurt or angry. When someone disrespects you, remember that their actions reflect their own thoughts and feelings, not your true value. This perspective can help you stay calm and not let their behavior affect your emotional state. Reflect on yourself. An essential part of Stoicism is the habit of self-reflection and self-examination. Stoics believe that our thoughts shape our lives, and we should always aim to improve our thoughts and actions. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you encounter disrespect, take a moment to reflect on yourself. Ask questions like, is there any truth in what the person said or did? Did my actions contribute to this situation? How can I respond in a way that stays true to my values? This kind of self-reflection helps you understand the situation better and see your part in it. It ensures that your responses are thoughtful and rational, not just impulsive reactions. This process not only helps you handle the situation wisely, but also promotes personal growth and wisdom. Learn to pause. Seneca once said, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil but that you have increased a habit." For Stoics, self-control and rationality are crucial. They believe that reacting impulsively out of anger or frustration often leads to bad decisions and more trouble. When you face disrespect, don't react right away. Take a moment to pause and think. This pause helps you regain control of your emotions and gives you time to respond thoughtfully. By not reacting immediately, you can make sure your response aligns with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. This often leads to calmer and more constructive interactions, even in difficult situations. Learning to pause is a key Stoic strategy for maintaining composure and making better decisions, which ultimately leads to more positive outcomes and personal growth. Have empathy. Epictetus, a notable Stoic philosopher, advised us to seek good not in external things but within ourselves. Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity, and understanding others' motivations and emotions can lead to better interactions and personal growth. When someone shows disrespect, Stoicism suggests practicing empathy. Try to see the situation from their perspective. This can help you realize that the disrespect might not be personal or intentional. It could stem from their own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. Empathy allows you to feel compassion for them, reducing your negative feelings. By empathizing, you avoid taking their words or actions personally and can respond with respect and dignity. Empathy aligns with Stoic principles of wisdom and compassion, helping you learn from challenges and grow as a person. Concentrate on virtue. A core idea of Stoicism is the development of virtues like wisdom and courage, which help us live well and act rightly. Seneca, another famous Stoic philosopher, said that virtue is nothing else than right reason. This means being virtuous is about being rational and consistent with the natural order. Stoics believe virtue is the highest good in life and that everything else is indifferent. When facing disrespect, Stoicism teaches us to focus on virtue in our response. This doesn't mean ignoring or tolerating disrespect, but rather responding in a way that reflects our Stoic values and principles. By concentrating on virtue, we avoid being swayed by our emotions, maintain our dignity and integrity, and continue to grow as individuals. Stoicism challenges us to be the best version of ourselves, even in tough situations. Embrace acceptance. One of the key lessons of Stoicism is to accept the things that are beyond our control, such as the disrespect of others. Epictetus wisely said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This teaches us to be grateful for what we have and not to stress over what we lack. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot, known as the dichotomy of control. We can control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but not the behavior of others or external events. So, when we face disrespect, we should strive to keep our inner peace intact. Accept it as part of life and focus on what we can do to improve ourselves and our situation. By embracing disrespect with acceptance, we can avoid unnecessary anger and frustration, learn from the experience, and grow as individuals. Use humor. Sometimes, a little laughter can make a big difference. Seneca, an ancient philosopher, said, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions and act rationally, but it also recognizes the power of humor in dealing with difficult situations. Humor can help us maintain our emotional balance and prevent us from getting too angry or annoyed when someone disrespects us. Instead of letting our emotions take over, we can choose to respond with a witty remark or a light-hearted joke. Of course, humor should be used appropriately and not excessively, but it can be a valuable Stoic technique for handling disrespect in a way that leads to a more positive and peaceful outcome. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism isn't about being passive, it's about being strong and grounded, like a rock. A rock that stands firm against disrespect and injustice, knowing its worth and demanding respect. A rock that controls what it can and lets go of what it can't. When someone disrespects you, you don't have to accept it silently, nor do you need to react with anger. You can be calm and assertive, clearly stating what was wrong and how you expect to be treated. Setting clear and reasonable boundaries protects your dignity and self-respect. Stoicism teaches us to be strong, just, and courageous, to respect ourselves and others, and to maintain our inner control and outer dignity in any situation. Choose forgiveness. When someone disrespects you, how do you react? Do you lash out in anger, or do you let it go? Stoicism offers wisdom in these moments. Stoics believe that forgiveness is not a favor to the other person, but a gift to yourself. Forgiveness is the key to inner peace and happiness. It doesn't mean forgetting or approving what happened, it means choosing to release the negative emotions that harm you more than anyone else. Stoics advise forgiving all, but not indiscriminately, do it wisely, with compassion and justice. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. You can't control others' behavior, but you can control your response. Choosing to forgive frees you from anger and resentment, allowing you to move on with inner peace and tranquility. In Stoicism, forgiveness is not a weakness but a strength, not a surrender but a victory, not a sacrifice but a reward. It's the ultimate act of self-care and personal growth. Change your perspective. When someone disrespects you, it can feel personal and hurtful. However, taking a step back to change your perspective can make a big difference. Perspective allows you to see things from a wider and more objective viewpoint. It helps you recognize that disrespect is often not as significant as it seems in the grand scheme of things. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely noted, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." By shifting your perspective, you can see that most acts of disrespect are minor and fleeting. They do not define your worth or happiness. Disrespect often says more about the other person's issues, like their ignorance, insecurity, or personal struggles, than it does about you. You have the power to choose how to respond. You can ignore it, forgive it, or learn from it without letting it affect your peace of mind. Perspective helps you stay focused on what truly matters, your goals, values, and virtues. Rather than wasting energy on resentment or revenge, you can direct your efforts towards what is meaningful and positive in your life. By changing your perspective, you can handle disrespect more calmly and wisely. Remember, Stoicism isn't about denying your emotions but managing them effectively. Applying these principles can help you remain strong and composed in the face of rudeness or disrespect.